Okay, ladies. Guys, belt line's high here, so I'm going to give it to the top of the letters. Belt line's a little high here, so right at the top of the letters here. Got your instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourselves at all times. Listen to my commands. Touch them up. Back to your corner.
Contrasted styles here, obviously contrasted backgrounds. We will see if the Scottish bassoonist can hang with the champ. Brian Kenny, Sugar Ray Leonard, Sergio Mora getting ready for round number 1.
Ready? Ready? Whoa, where's she at? There's she at.
Rankin traveled to the United States several months ago. Went up against Alicia Napoleon for the WBA belt at super middleweight. She's back down at a more natural weight class here as Claressa Shields takes her time. Sergio, what do you think? Do you think Hannah can hang with the champ?
We're going to find out, but right now what I'm looking at right now is how great Shields looks. Just her physique, she's muscular. That strength trainer really did its job because she looks great in there. Good right hook there by Shields.
Shields answering back with that right hand. By the way, the blue hair is to bring attention to the water crisis that's still ongoing in Flint, Michigan. She said it will stay that way, keep the blue in her hair until things get better there. Sharp right hand to the body by Shields.
You know what separates Claressa from the other fighters is she steps into her punches. She's throws combinations. She works the body. She's a real professional.
Hannah Rankin there with a little more length, trying with the jab, not landing, has yet to find any type of range. To do so, you've got to get into a more dangerous spot. She's falling short with those jabs.
Another thing Shields is doing is showing poise and patience, which is what a mature, experienced fighter does. Good counter there by Rankin. Shields blocked it. Good pivot there by Rankin. I see good skill on Rankin's part so far, even though right there Shields misses with a right hand.
Stop.
Claressa Shields taking her time in the first round. There picks up the pace, but she gets tied up, refusing to stop punching. These are 2-minute rounds. You will have to get used to that. Watching this fight, we will have to get used to it as well. I heard that knock. I probably should have mentioned that. Yes, 2-minute rounds scheduled for 10. Rankin gets through the first round relatively unscathed. Ray, your thoughts on the first round?
Okay.
Well,
first question.
It did go by fast.
Okay.
But
you been hit harder?
Claressa, she took control. That was her round.
When you're rolling on,
no question about that. I feel that process.
Okay.
She took her time.
She's looking for the right hand over the top. All right. Apart from one occasion, it was good. As soon as you defend it, all right, throw one back. Okay. All right. Nice thing.
When you get close, she wants to hold, so take your time and go to the body and dig it downstairs. Good first round. Nice and relaxed right there. Take your time. Come on. Good round.
John David Jackson, good pro in his own right. Good junior middleweight a few years back. Now in the corner for Claressa Shields. He has a very calm presence there. It was Noel Callan in the corner for Hannah Rankin. Round number 2, scheduled for 10. This is for the Women's Middleweight Championship. All 3 belts will be won here tonight.
In the first round, and right now starting, Rankin is not standing in front of Shields, so that's a good thing. She's not being a target, but then she gets those sneaky left hooks right there. She's trying to catch Shields in between shots, just like that right there.
Well, Rankin steps in and tries to deliver that left hook.
Hey, gotta watch back here.
So far, I think Rankin has a good game plan here. She doesn't want to try to exchange with Shields because Shields, I think, is a stronger, more powerful puncher, but she wants to catch her in between those power shots. That's a good game plan.
You can see Claressa Shields, Sergio, is more explosive, but that doesn't mean she has more power. Again, she's got 2 knockouts in 6 fights. She was dropped in her last fight against Hannah Gabriels. Got up to win and win going away. But as Hannah Rankin said before the fight to Kay Adams, she's not invincible.
That seems powerful to me right there.
That body shot by Claressa was amazing. I mean, she digs to the body. I mean, she really works hard.
I think what's happening, and John David Jackson touched on this in the fighter meeting, she was an amateur for so long, a successful, great amateur, two-time gold medalist, that she hasn't transitioned and slowed down her pace as a professional. And I think that's where the power is getting lost.
Well, now she's dropping her hands all the way in, keeping her arms loose, which, I don't know, Ray, your thoughts on that?
Well, I did a few things that look cute. Yeah,
no, I think this is like, hey, I'm going to play it loose here. I can afford to do this.
Well, yeah, it's you try to mentally dominate your opponent, and that's what she's trying to do.
So that was caught on Rankin's arm, but that hurt just as well. Shields really throwing hard shots. Even the shots that are like bouncing off her shoulders are harmful shots. Oh, a big right hand, and that catches Rankin flush.
Listen for that bell. Time right there.
End of round 2, and that was a big round for Shields.
Got to watch that right hand over the top. That's what she's looking for, all right?
Yep.
It's going to come out fast in this round, okay? All right.
That overhand right really put Rankin in a little trouble. She was able to withstand it. Pow, that big right hand. Once again, trying to get that jab established out there. 3. Trying to measure. And here we go. Pow. Good punch.
Hannah Rankin ate a good shot there, too.
She took that shot.
After watching Bam Bam Rios, Ramon Alvarez, I'm used to big shots spinning someone's head around, Sergio, while they still stand there. What did you think of that fight?
I tweeted, bam, 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 and I think you had some great quotes on there, too.
Wow, that was a great way to open things up here. And now Hannah Rankin eats a good shot from Claressa Shields as we go to round 3, scheduled for 10. Again, the key will be for Claressa Shields to again find top-level opponents. She is heavier than Katie Taylor, but Christina Hammer of Germany is out there, and they're hoping to put that fight together if she can get by Hannah Rankin, and they certainly anticipate she'll be able to. Has to be done, though, here in the ring tonight. Thomas Taylor taking a look as they clashed heads.
No headbutt, no cut. Watch the heads, ladies, all right?
You will see, or you should see, more of that overhand right by Claressa. It land and put her opponent in trouble.
So you have to give Rankin credit. I mean, my God, she's a top-level classical musician, and she's in here fighting like the best female fighter in the world, and she's fighting decently. Think about that.
As a bassoon player and a flute player, well, she shouldn't get winded, that's for sure.
I mean, there's a reason nobody does it. You just can't do it. You can't spend that many hours in the day.
I just caught on to what he said.
I know. I'm trying to ignore it. He's getting me back for the black sheep of the family thing earlier.
That was a good one.
Round 3 here. Final 30 seconds. Again, the rounds go quickly when they're 2 minutes. Claressa Shields certainly fighting with a lot more menace, but Hannah Rankin making a good account of herself here in this championship bout.
Shields rolling nicely right there with her shoulder, came back with a right hand. It didn't land, but should look pretty.
Mentioned Christina Hammer is out there, possible opponent. Looks Cecilia Breakus is not far away in terms of weight. Hannah Rankin spars with Breakus, who is the 2017 Fighter of the Year.
Listen for the bell, ladies. Listen for that bell.
Good shot behind the ear there at the end of the round by Shields.
All right, we're through 3 rounds. Let's go to LZ Granderson.
Hey, what's up, BK? Now, you talked about Claressa's hair in the blue for Flint and the water crisis there. But Rankin has a hair story, too, and this is it. She didn't come from the Bahamas, and that's why she's in cornrows. She got those done in Wichita. Why? Because her hair sometimes comes loose in fights and gets in her face. In fact, one time, her hair got loose, got in her face, she went back to her corner, and they were going to either cut her hair off or, wait for it, put Vaseline in it. They went with door number 2, and she said it took her 3 weeks to get all the Vaseline out of her hair. In fact, she had to wear a hat for much of those 3 weeks because it was still so greasy long after her fight. Back to you guys.
By the way, that is not something that's just in women's boxing. I remember Boom Boom Mancini in his later fights, like when he came back, you know that you come back from retirement and maybe you shouldn't. And he said, I forgot which fight, but he said one of his later fights, he said, I was constantly fixing my hair. He said, if you're fixing your hair in the ring, it's time to not be in the ring.
That's so true.
Well, he did try to act, right?
Oh, yeah, he's a good actor.
There you go.
Round 4 here, Claressa Shields in the blue hair and Hannah Rankin in the cornrows and the white trunks. We got to hear the pipes of Scotland. in the introductions here. And they played the national anthem. That was like the Olympic podium national anthem, wasn't it, Ray? Didn't it remind you of that?
I did. Yes.
You could have a flashback, too. A little grazing hook from Shields.
Well,
Rankin.
you notice when Shields throws punches, it's almost always in a combination.
Yeah, good sharp counter there, and a right hand lands from Shields. Starts to land a little more regularly.
She put those punches together.
Claressa punching with conviction now and putting the pressure on.
Good jab there by Shields as well. Drives Hannah Rankin back. Take a look at some of the numbers and the punches through 3 rounds. See just Shields throwing more power shots and more jabs by a significant margin. It's competitive here, but again, there's just a lot more power and weight and force behind Shields' shots.
You know, Rankin at some point has to stop and throw some punches. Her movement is good, but every now and then she has to stay in this fight, get flat-footed.
Yeah, and get close enough, right?
Close.
And that's no man's land, isn't it?
It is, but she has to.
In order to win, right?
In order to win.
Tried to land a right hand there, and a counter right from Shields lands flush.
Good body shot. Sneaky body shot there by Shields.
Yeah, Rankin gets in danger when she gets that close. Shields is sharp and accurate and hits hard. Rough her up on the inside as well. Uppercuts there by Rankin as she answers nicely.
She's not afraid.
Yeah,
No,
good,
she is not.
Good fire by Hannah Rankin, but effective scoring shots from Claressa Shields. Big baby, Jarrell Miller getting ready for Bogdan Dinu in our main event. Chris Mannix right now. Chris, I like the way he put that. The ring does get small very quickly, doesn't it? When big baby's in it. Round 5 here, Claressa Shields, Hannah Rankin. Ray Leonard, your assessment of Shields so far?
She's doing the right thing, throwing the right punches. She's really just cutting the ring off, making that ring smaller and smaller. And once she gets inside, she lets those hands go.
Yeah, Rankin, when she does go inside, she eats a shot there, hard jab.
Look at the jab. The jab.
I'd say anytime Rankin does try, and look, she's game. She is trying to get inside and make things happen. Every time she does, Claressa Shields punishes her.
She's definitely game. She says she has a Mexican style, but right now she's backing up a little bit more. But she's clever in there. She's trying to counter Shields. It's just she's in there with a great fighter in Shields, but she is game.
So she tried to hook there as well as Shields was laying back, trying to assess the situation and maybe counter right hand there by Claressa Shields. Shields with a big advantage in power shots as well. Body shot again, and back to the body with a hook as well. Shields now landing regularly. Good sharp jab by Claressa Shields.
Those were vicious body shots. That shows the conditioning of Rankin. She's in tremendous shape.
Claressa Shields looking to be the best boxer and the biggest star in women's boxing. She is right there, right now.
Listen for the bell, ladies.
Rankin moving out of harm's way and slips the hook. Ducked under just in time.
Okay. So, now when you defend it, I need you to start throwing back now. Alright? Okay? We're into the second half of the fight now. We'll start with plan.
Good jab once again by Shields.
Claressa looking vicious in there. She's stalking her opponent, and usually Rankin says she likes Mexican style. She likes coming forward and digging into the liver, but right now it looks like Claressa's not letting her be a Mexican in there.
No, she's not.
Very good work. Very good work. Taking the time, just breaking it down one night. Very good. Beautiful fight.
Claressa throws vicious body shots.
All right? That's good work.
We go to round 6. Brian Kenny, Sugar Ray Leonard, and Sergio Mora here ringside. Mulvane, Kansas, the Kansas Star Arena. This is the semifinal. Our co-feature, Jarrell Miller, against Bogdan Dinu in the main event on the way.
I like what she's doing.
Revving it up. Yeah, I knew you would. I've seen you do that. Oh, the old bolo. Here it comes, man.
Everybody.
You love that.
See that left hook that Rankin just missed there? She's been doing that since the first round. It's a sneaky left hook. It's landed a couple of times on Shields, but Shields blocked it.
A right
and I
hand
like
and
the
a
fact
hook.
that she's throwing it.
And Rankin there following up with a hook. You have to like that. Just as Shields was about to just impose her speed and will, Rankin just conventionally answered saying, no, you're not running through me here.
And that's what I mean by it. So Rankin's getting outboxed and outfought here, but at least she's still trying to catch her with that sneaky left hook in between those punches.
A lot of determination from Hannah Rankin, now living in London, picking up big fights in the United States. And lost a unanimous decision to Alicia Napoleon at super middleweight on Long Island a few months back. But again, that was well over her weight. She made a good account of herself and got a title shot here at middleweight against Claressa Shields. Moves in and lands with a right hand.
She came up short in that fight, but she said she was very satisfied with her performance.
Hard right hand by Shields, and that hurt Hannah Rankin.
Rankin could be effective if she throws three-punch combination. Finishing with the left hook.
Wasn't able to turn the hook around there, but did land that on Shields' face.
Shields can make a statement if she even drops Rankin, because she's never been down. Rankin has never been down. That's the stat I always like to see in fighters.
Body shot there by Hannah Rankin with the right hand landing on Shields. Shields, though, just looks terrific. I mean, there's real menace in all of her shots.
Vicious.
Again, I thought Katie Taylor a month ago, I thought that was a virtuoso performance against Cindy Serrano. That was concentration complete from bell to bell. So there will be comparisons for the top fighters, and that's exciting for the sport.
Stop. No punch.
Good scrap here. Shields being tested by Rankin, who will not go away easily and will not be intimidated in the ring.
How you feel?
When Shields gets her opponent in trouble, she just goes. She throws punches and bunches. She never lets go.
Sergio, what is a possible game plan for Rankin at this point?
I think she's following the game plan she wanted. She can't compete punch for punch with a great fighter like Shields, but she can't get in between there. Like, she's a sneaky fighter. She's a tough fighter. She's fought a champion, came up short before, so she has a confidence. She just needs to try to catch her in between shots.
Scheduled for 10. Again, one of the vacant belts on the line here. Claressa Shields already has 2 belts in the middleweight division. She comes out strong in round 7, landing with a hook. Shields comes out, just as she does in the last round, hard, a hook, land by Rankin.
See, that's the hook that I've been talking about. She can't go punch for punch with a fighter like Shields, but she can't go in between those shots. Good shot there by Shields.
Shields picking up the pace and just looks to take over. But Rankin doing just enough to say, not quite. You can't do anything you want. Able to withstand the initial flurry. Hannah Rankin with the jab. Flashes it out as the energy level abates somewhat
No punch.
from Shields.
Straight back.
Well, talking about Shields, her cleanest work has been to the body, but she hasn't been that dedicated to that whole approach. She has to really just get inside and let those hands go.
Well, a good point was made earlier, Ray, that talking about coming from the amateurs to the pros, this is only your 7th professional fight, and you do have to fight differently, men and women.
No punch,
you're looking to just touch your opponent as an amateur and pile up the points. Very different situation here.
It does. That's so true, because it takes time to kind of get used to or initiate the pacing and punches and what have you.
It sounds weird, but John David Jackson, Claressa Shields' trainer, wants her to slow down. That's exactly what you need to do as a pro and to mature as a professional. You got to pace yourself and slow down. It's the effective of 1 right punch instead of 3 fast ones. That makes a difference.
Claressa Shields there saying, hey, come to me. I'll be chasing you all around. It's kind of a natural,
Let go of that arm.
natural way in the ring, though. She is going to hunt.
Listen for that bell.
Trying with the jab in the right hand. Those shots blocked. That was not blocked, though, at the bell in the final second. All right. So, Rankin with her version of, you're not so bad.
I know.
You're not so bad. I'm standing here.
All right.
Sorry to go sliced alone on you guys.
Fight now.
Your pal.
I need you to let your hands go. All right. She is slowing up.
And Shields working here, throwing a number of punches, but the right hand gets through. A solid right hand.
You quoted sliced alone there, BK, but if Claressa Shields can't knock out Rankin, she could do a Raging Bull, say, "You never got me down, Claressa, you never got me down."
Throws a lot of punches.
Shields with a very good night so far. Hard shots.
You didn't knock me down. You didn't knock me down. I'm still standing.
Rankin, she is, yeah, she is right. She's taken a lot of verbal abuse during the week, and now eventually it comes down, as you guys know, it comes down to what do you do on Saturday night? You know, what do you do in the ring?
I have a whole new look at classical musicians now.
That's right.
Rankin, one thing about she has, you know what? She's not intimidated.
No, she's not. And she has T-Rex in front of her.
8th round scheduled for 10. Getting Claressa Shields, among all the things we're throwing out there, good jab by Shields. She's 23. I mean, she is young, still young. I mean, won first Olympic gold at 17, and then doubled up on that at the age of 21. So 2-time Olympic gold medalist. But
what did she jump up just now?
I think so. Flashing out a jab.
Did she jump up?
Yes.
And now an uppercut. Yeah, good uppercut by Shields coming off the jab, trying different things. Who is that? Who is that? I don't know. Is that Roy Jones? Who does that?
Stop.
That's Roy Jones.
I see how Shields is punching different now. I don't know if John David Jackson told her something in the corner, but she's not putting that much in between the punches anymore. She's using speed instead of power, and they're being just as effective, if not more.
It's a good point, Sergio. Right, the pacing is different. See the punches in round 7 there, and not a real discrepancy there between the two. So Hannah Rankin trying to get back into this fight, likely losing most of these rounds. Just too much action, too many hard shots from Claressa Shields as she lands again, body and head both.
There we go.
It's competitive, but there is a difference.
They nearly collided to heads.
Rankin getting roughed up on the inside as Shields is busy with the hands here in round 8.
Pull those arms out. Pull them out.
Good pacing. I know there's 2-minute rounds, but you've got to keep the pace up, and Shields is able to as she finishes off. Wasn't quite able to turn over the hook there, but it landed.
Listen for that bell. Listen for that bell.
Shields, jabs and right hands repeatedly in the final seconds. High work rate and very effective round by Claressa Shields. Again, ringside here, Brian Kenny, Sergio Mora, and Sugar Ray Leonard. Been an exciting night. Got things off in style. Again, at the very start with Bam Bam Rios and Kay Adams.
I just want to see the view you guys have and checking it out here in Kansas. You know, Sugar Ray carrying the weight of this as usual, picking you guys up. Sergio, how we doing? I was over there. I'll give you guys a little intrepid sideline report. I was on the other side and sitting next to Claressa's mentor, who's really excited, obviously, about what she's doing out there. I will tell you that her team telling her, have fun, have fun. That's what they're screaming. That's the advice they're giving Claressa.
Okay, who's saying that?
Her team, her squad, okay. Her gang.
Good advice.
How we doing over here, gentlemen?
Having fun.
Having fun. There we go.
Not a bad view you guys have. Enjoy.
Did you ditch Mannix?
Good. Yeah, I'll go find him. I guess I should go find him. Bye, guys.
Thank you, Kay.
2 more rounds to go. Claressa Shields and Hannah Rankin. Have fun. Yeah, well, why not? You know, like, let your hands go. Sergio, you mentioned, like, the pacing was different. You can always learn, and you see Shields there just, in the opening seconds here, changing pace.
The longer the fight goes, the more adept Rankin's going to get with the power. So then you have to surprise her with speed and angles. And that's something Claressa has in her bag, obviously a bag of tools. So if the power's not working, get the angles, get the speed, and surprise the tough Rankin.
And then in a tougher fight, too, guys, then you have your plan B or plan C. You have different, you have different gears to go to, and we've seen that already with Shields.
Claressa has a very good jab when she uses it. Very good left jab.
Just put it right out there in Rankin's face there. So the counter. Now she's looking to counter a little bit more. Trying to let Rankin come to her, a little speed, trying to get some angles.
See, that's the angle I'm talking about.
Now Rankin will change things up. She's not going to be a stationary target.
All right, stop, no punch. Straight back.
Rankin has not given up. I mean, she still feels she can win this fight.
She's been very tough throughout, no question. Even if she is not winning rounds, she's likely not. Shields really lit her up in that last round. But she has been as tough as expected. Again, given everything in her incredible background that she's accomplished. And we have a clash of heads there. Claressa Shields holding her head. I don't see any cut, don't see any blood.
Accidental headbutt, no blood, no cut. Watch your head, right? Hey, watch your head coming in, all right? Let's go.
You know, it is surprising, though, as you see, we've talked about the power and the speed and the poise, everything, the total package from Shields. She's yet to score a knockdown in her pro career.
Listen for the bell, ladies.
It goes to show you how you need to translate the way you punch between amateurs and pros. Good shot there.
Oh, an answer shot.
She had her.
Hurt Rankin there with a right hand just before the bell. Almost got it there.
Claressa's definitely a strong puncher, but she hasn't proven to be a power puncher.
Here you come.
That's a headbutt right
Body
there.
shot?
Accidental headbutt.
Yes. Unintentional. Once again, here we go.
Good shot there by Shields.
You know, Sergio, it's something I brought up earlier, like Brandon Rios against Ramon Alvarez in our opening fight, able to change pace and power with different punches, and it kind of throws off your opponent. See a lot of that with Shields here, too.
That's exactly what you didn't do. This is not the 10th round.
All right, give me a glove. Last round, ladies.
No, it's the 10th round.
Wow, it is a 10th
Yeah.
round. These 2-minute rounds really go fast.
No question. It absolutely does. By the way, there's something to be said for 2-minute rounds. You know, it's you know, people ask, hey, should women be fighting 2 minutes or 3 minutes? Maybe it's time to get up where the guys are boxing. Maybe it's put the guys back where the women are boxing at 2 minutes.
Incredible. I want this fight to continue. Maybe that's why I said. I mean, look, Rankin has been outboxed and dominated here by Shields, but she's game, and she's smart game. She's still trying to land punches.
Stop, no punch.
Coming
no
in,
punch,
throwing
back.
hooks right away.
Go.
Shields really can say, hey, look, I fought great here tonight. I'm not able to get her out of there. What I think Ray Leonard that she's done that's been so impressive is try a variety of things.
I was going to say, that's absolutely correct, Brian. In fact, Claressa is trying everything. She's trying to, you know, stabilize herself, work that jab against the ropes.
Rankin trying to take advantage, true, as Shields there, staying stationary. Hannah Rankin said, look, I'll throw a big right hand on you. Shields now up against the ropes on purpose.
On purpose. Mm-hmm. Good counter there left.
That was a
Shields.
tight hook by Shields.
Good left hook by Shields.
You know, standing there like a statue. It was like Chris Eubank. Remember that? Just stand there and be totally calm and then explode. Claressa Shields able to try multiple things in this fight. She's had her hands full. Hannah Rankin has fought well, fought hard.
T-Rex playing possum. Good shot.
Answers with a right hand off a hook.
Good combination.
Rankin able to dodge the first one, not the last two. Rankin getting after it now in the final seconds. She is a fighter. She is a musician, classic, but she can brawl.
Okay, go. Listen for that bell.
And has never been stopped.
And not down. 10 hard rounds of boxing and mutual respect, both paying the respect to the corners. Hannah Rankin, tough every single round, and Claressa Shields, mission accomplished, really. I thought she was excellent.
She did everything she had to do. She switched up the power to the speed. I saw a couple of angles. The body shots were devastating. It just she was fighting a bit ashamed about. That's why she keeps getting these opportunities.
Let's see how the CompuBox stats come up. Punches overall, 136 to 75, and good distance in the amount thrown as well. Shields was busier. Shields with the heavier hands. This from jabs a little closer. Shields not as many jabs. Power shots then would be widely in favor of Claressa Shields, who will go to 7-0 here tonight, fighting with the blue hair in honor of Flint, Michigan, and their water crisis. You see double the power shots landed by Claressa Shields. Should be easy to score here after a spirited fight for the middleweight championship in women's boxing. Let's go to the ring and David Diamante.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action here at the Kansas Star Arena, we go to the judges' scorecards. Karen Holderfield, Jeff Sinnott, and Mike Contreras all scored the bout identically, 100 to 90. All for your winner by unanimous decision. She's still undefeated, and now the unified WBC, WBA, and IBF middleweight champion of the world, Claressa T-Rex Sheen.